Well, hi there. How are you doing, guys? Can you hear me? Hey there, Elias, Julian, Aaron. How are you doing? I got I yeah,
Hello, teacher.
I
Hello,
was
teacher.
I was looking at you. You were chatting, you were using your phone there.
Yes,
Yeah,
I was looking for you.
I was getting ready. Sorry. I took a nap just before the class. So I had to wash my face and get ready for the lesson because I was sleeping, yeah, a little bit before the class.
Okay.
So, how's everybody doing? Welcome to our intermediate English class.
Thank you. I'm good. And you, teacher, how are you?
I'm doing fine. I'm a little tired. It's almost the end of the week. Yeah, today is Thursday the 8th. All right, and I feel a little tired by the end of the day and by the end of the week, but that's fine. Yeah, it's typical. All right. You know, I give lessons because lessons make me feel more like I don't know, alive. I don't know if that's the right word, but I feel rewarded. I feel happy. I like seeing new people. Yeah, welcome Edith. I don't know if you have been to this class before, but I don't know. I feel like this is your first class, isn't it? And also people here on Facebook. Welcome everybody to our intermediate English lesson. Okay, let's begin with the class. How are you? How's everybody? Julian, Aaron, Jesse, Elias. I'm glad to see you. I'm glad to have you here back every day.
Thank you, teacher. I'm glad to see you today.
Thank you, Jesse. Welcome. How was your day, Jesse? What did you do today?
I was doing a little chores in the house,
Mm-hmm.
and I today I did exercise
All right.
too. It's good for the health.
Mm-hmm.
And right now I am only in the class
Okay.
learning a little bit. Okay.
I
Thank you,
hope so.
teacher.
Yeah, I hope that you learn a little bit, okay? That's the idea. How about Julian? Excellent. Thank you, Julian. I'm glad that you're excellent. Are you excellent or you're telling me excellent? I think you're telling me excellent, no?
I'm excellent.
Ah, you are excellent. Okay. Am I excellent? No, I don't think so. I'm not. Edith, welcome. Is this your first class, Edith? Are you there? I'm not sure. What did you do today, guys? Tell me about your day today. Jessie told me that she did her chores. Are we talking about chores, right? Chores with CH.
Yes, sure.
Chores, right?
Sure.
Chores. Right. Let me check if it's working. Wait a second. All right, here. Yeah, it's working. So when you talk about the chores, you talk about the housework, like washing the washing the dishes, right? Or cleaning the room. What did you do exactly? What kind of chores are you talking about?
It's to do, for example, clean the house, the rooms,
Mm-hmm.
dish a little, wash dishes,
Mm-hmm.
um, whatever thing about it's good for
Sweet.
that.
Elias, you wanted to say something?
Yes, first it's sweat. Yes or no?
Is that what?
Sweep.
Ah, yeah, like sweeping, washing, doing the dishes, cleaning your, I don't know, your room or the bathroom. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was just asking. I wanted to know what kind of chores she did today. Yeah, like the list of chores. Yeah, the list of housework she did. What do you do or what did you do today, Elias? What did you do today?
Okay. I am sleepy
Mm-hmm.
because yesterday I came to sleep well. Maybe I slept 4 hours, and today I am very sleepy and maybe only wash 3 dishes and work a little
Uh-huh.
with my phone. I try to call with the office and only rest. I take a shower last year. No, last
Really?
month.
Last year.
Last year, no.
That's the smell
Last
I can
hour.
hear.
Last
I
hour.
can I can hear. I can feel. Yeah. All
Yeah.
right. That's the smell I
Okay.
feel over here.
It's only the chair.
Okay, that's all. That's all, right? All right. Good. How about Aaron? Aaron, tell me about your day today.
Hello, teacher.
Hello.
Okay. I did some activities in my house.
Mm-hmm.
I went to the supermarket.
All right.
Um, I helped to my son in your online class.
Mm-hmm.
Class online.
Online class, right?
Online class. Mhm. And I um,
Ay, ay, ay.
only only activities.
Oh, that's all you did today.
Yes, teacher.
All right. Did you take a shower? Did you have lunch?
Yes. I I take I know. As I take
You took, right?
I took a shower
Mm-hmm.
at 10 a.m. So I had very fast and lunch.
Okay. All right. Do you make lunch and breakfast or somebody else does it for you? Do you make breakfast? Do you have lunch? I mean, do you make lunch? Do you prepare your own food? Or maybe you have another person at home, maybe your wife or your son or any other person in the family who cooks.
Yes, my wife she is preparing
She's
the
making
lunch.
food.
Yes.
What is she making?
No sé cómo se puede decir en inglés. Lentejas.
Lentils.
Lentils.
Lentils. Yeah. I'm going to
Yes.
I'm going to look it up here, okay? You talk about lentils. What kind of lentils? Okay, here. A plant of the legume family having flattened seeds used as food. Okay, used as food. That's the name of the lentejas, all right? Lentil. So,
Okay.
okay, another day we're going to talk about food, okay? Not today, because we need to learn about ingredients, we need to learn about quantities, and a lot of other ways of cooking, for example. All right, so I'm not going to ask that because I know that vocabulary is not it's not something we have talked about. All right, we haven't seen that. So here we have somebody from Guatemala, Mexico, Peru. Okay, very good. I like that, Jesse. I like that you're making friends. That's a good idea. I like it. Yeah, that's the idea of the lessons, that you can talk to others. Yeah, that you can practice also. So we have Colombia, Mexico, Peru, and Guatemala. I love that. And Aaron, you're from Mexico too, right?
Yes, teacher. I'm
Right.
from Mexico.
And where's people from Chile? Where are all the Chileans here? There's no Chileans except me. Where's the rest of the Chileans? I love this. I love this because nobody from my country is taking my lessons. That's good. ¿Han escuchado alguna vez ese dicho que dice uno no es profeta en su tierra? Ok, este es un buen ejemplo. Aquí parece que los
Yes.
chilenos no quieren aprender inglés. Bueno, chicos, comencemos con la clase, ¿vale? Let's begin with the class. I hope, I promise, I'm going to speak English the whole class, all right? I'm sorry about the Spanish. I will try not to speak Spanish the rest of the class, okay? So here, people on Facebook, if you're watching this class on Facebook, I recommend you, I suggest you to join the lesson. Here in the comments you can find the link to join the class. It's for free. You just need to click on the link, you fill in the form, and then you can participate in the class. All right, so please try to participate. I would like to have more students in the video call, so you can also participate, speak, give examples, and ask questions. Okay, that's the idea. And if you're watching this class on YouTube tomorrow morning or tomorrow or any day, because that's the idea, that you can watch it whenever you want, I invite you to join the lessons, and join also the group on Facebook. That's www.facebook.com/groups/123ingles. Okay, that's in Spanish. Or you can look for the link in the description, and you will find the link for the group and also the lessons, and you can watch and participate whenever you want. All right, it's for free. Good. So let's begin with the class. We were talking about the past tense. In the previous class, we were discussing about the structure of the past tense in affirmative sentences, negative sentences, and also interrogative sentences. Okay, the three of them have a very similar structure. Okay, affirmative, negative, and interrogative sentences follow exactly the same structure, but they have some modifications, right? We have to move some elements so we understand that this sentence is affirmative, this one is negative, and the next one is an interrogative sentence. Okay, today I would like to finish talking about that. Okay, I would like to check that one more time, but only as a review, because I would like to mention also the difference with the verb to be. Remember that the verb to be doesn't follow the same structure and doesn't follow the same rules as the rest of the verbs. All right, the verb to be is usually different. You know, I think I don't remember very well, but I think that the video call has also subtitle, isn't it? Yeah, it has subtitles. Have you seen the closed caption here? Are you looking at the closed caption now? I can keep the closed caption activated, so maybe you can follow the class reading the closed caption. Yeah, the subtitles. Do you like that?
Yes, teacher.
Julian, can you repeat that?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, I was hoping that the video call showed your participation, but it doesn't. I don't know how it works, but it doesn't matter. All right. Okay, so the verb to be doesn't follow the same structure as the rest of the verbs. So that's why I talked to you about the rest of the verbs, right? And I left the verb to be aside. I didn't include the verb to be last class. So today I want to show you the difference between both verbs, regular verbs or irregular verbs, excluding the verb to be, yeah, and the verb to be. It's a little distracting when I read the subtitle. It's like I'm talking and at the same time I'm reading if I'm saying the things. So I don't know. It's kind of funny. Okay. Do you like this? Do you like the subtitles or should I turn them off?
Yes, teacher. I'd like to subtitle the subtitle.
Subtitles.
Subtitle.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Subtitles or closed caption.
Closed caption.
Exactly. Now,
Caption.
the problem with the subtitles or closed caption is that if you say something and you don't pronounce it well, then the closed caption is not going to show up well. It's not going to appear the way it should, right? Because this is automatic. It translates or it transcribes, yeah, it transcribes everything you say, the way you say it. If you don't pronounce it well, then the transcription is not going to be well. Okay?
Okay, teacher.
Okay, teacher.
Hey Tamara, welcome.
Thanks.
Good. I like it. Good. So let's check the difference between the verb to be and the rest of the verbs. Okay. So I'm not sure if I want to do this, but I will. Okay, I will do it. I'm going to open the whiteboard so we can see this on the whiteboard. Wait a second. I hope it works well today. Can you see me well?
Yes, teacher, I can hear very well.
Perfect. Okay, so here we go. Now we will have, wait a second, I'm going to change this. No, that's fine. We will have one for the verb to be. Okay, to be. Hey Karina, welcome. If you want, you can participate in the class, okay? Here's the link. You can click on the link and join the class. So we will have one structure for the verb to be and another for the verbs represented by the verb to do, okay? To be and to do. Here, I'm going to add the structure of the affirmative sentences, then the negative sentences, and after that, the interrogative sentences, okay? Affirmative, negative, and interrogative. The same here. Affirmative, negative, and interrogative sentences. So, with the verb to be, in the past tense, we will usually have something like this. Yeah, usually, this is the structure. First, we will have the subject. Subject. I'm going to try to write a little smaller, okay? Subject, plus the verb to be in the past tense. Of course, this is was or were. Was or were, right? Was or were, one of the two, plus the sorry, I'm going to delete this. The complements, okay? Comps. I'm going just to write comps, okay? Complements. This is the structure. Subject, for example, Julián was in soccer class. Easy. Julián was in soccer class. Or I can say, Elias was tired. I can say Jesse was at home. All right, so that's the structure. I'm just following the same structure all the time. Subject, was or were, and the complements. For example, students were at home. Students were busy, right? So it's really easy to give examples using this. I'm going to write them here, okay? I'm going to say students were busy. Julián was in soccer class or soccer lessons. Aaron was at home and Elias was tired, right? And everybody here, we were expecting English class. Okay, English class. We were expecting English class. But okay, no, this is not a good example because this is a more advanced structure. We were bored. Estábamos aburridos. Okay, we were bored. This is the typical structure of a sentence in the past with the verb to be. Subject, students, Julián, Aaron, Elias, or we. Then the verb to be, were or was. Yeah? Or were. Was or were. That's the verb to be in the past. And then the complements. Busy, and that's an adjective, busy. In soccer lessons, that's the complement, a place, right? In soccer lessons or an event. At home, the same thing, a complement. Tired and bored, those are adjectives, okay? They are complements of the subject. Now, what happens with the affirmative sentence but with the rest of the verbs? Tamara, do you have a question?
No, teacher, I wanted I want to say about the whiteboard.
What happens with the whiteboard?
Excuse me, I am going to speak in Spanish.
All right.
Sorry, lo que pasa es que no podía ver el pizarrón, entonces eso le quería decir que no podía ver el pizarrón.
Okay, but I was showing I was showing the notepad.
Yes.
Can you see the notepad
Pero
now?
sí veo.
Can you see the notepad?
No. No.
Can you see this, the sentences?
Yes.
All right.
Right now.
Can you see?
I
Can you
can
see
see.
the whiteboard now?
Yes, teacher. I
Okay.
can see.
Good. That's perfect. Now, let's compare the structure with the verb to do. Okay? Remember, the verb to do represents all the other verbs. Yeah? The verb to do represents the rest of the verbs. For example, run, eat, sleep, go, dance, speak, think, smell, hear, okay? All the rest of the verbs, everything that you can imagine is represented by the verb to do. And the verb to be is an exception, okay? The verb to be has its own rules, okay? So, what happens with the verb to do? This is very simple. First, we will have the subject plus the verb, right? The main verb, okay? Main, verb, plus we can have objects or any other complement. That's very simple. For example, Julián studied engineering in the past, right? Complements. We're going to add here, we're going to add complements, any complements. So the structure is practically the same. It's almost the same, right? In the verb to be, we have first the subject, then the main verb, which is the verb to be, was or were in the past, and then we have the complements, any complement that gives additional information, right? Sorry, there's somebody here, Angie. Hey Angie, welcome. Okay, so the structure for the verb to be and the structure for the verb to do are almost the same thing. Remember, this verb is in the past, okay? So I'm going to write here, did. Remember that we are talking about the past tense. Here, the past tense is was or were. Yeah, were. Sorry, that is a very ugly E. Okay. So wait a second, I'm going to draw something here and an arrow here too. Okay, very good. This is simple. This is the affirmative sentences, and this is, I think, the easiest of all of them. But what happens now when we go to the negative and interrogative sentences? Here is when we have the problems, right? In the negative sentences, we need an auxiliary both in the verb to be and also in the verb to do, right? In the verb to be structures and to do structures, we need an auxiliary verb to form the negative part of the sentence. Okay? In this example with the verb to be, yeah, in these structures, the verb to be is the auxiliary verb. Okay, the verb to be doesn't need any other verb to be an auxiliary verb. Okay, the verb to be is its own auxiliary verb. Okay, this is an independent verb. This is a very special verb. It doesn't need any other verb to form the negative part. All right, so this is what we'll have. I'm going to use a different color. We have first the subject, okay, first the subject, subject. After that, we will have the verb to be, okay, it is was or were, okay, any of them, was or were, okay, plus not, plus complements, right? Subject plus was or were plus not plus the complement. So for example, if I wrote here students were busy, I will say then, for example, a negative form, students were not free. Students were not free. Okay? If I said Julián was in soccer lessons, then I will say Julián was not in salsa lessons, right? Julián was not in salsa lessons. He was in soccer lessons. I don't know why I used the capital letter here. Then if I said Aaron was at home, right? He was not at the office. He was not at the office. Elias was not he was tired. He was not happy. He was tired. He was not happy. And then we were not having fun. Okay, we were not having fun. We were bored. We were not having fun. I'm not going to use this example. Sorry. We were not What can we say? We were bored. We were not interested, okay? We were not interested. We were bored, right? That's maybe the contrary, yeah? Somebody's bored because somebody's not interested, probably. So here you can see two different sentences, one in affirmative form and another in negative form, okay? What's your question?
In the sentences, the use of negative was not or were not can be to say wasn't and weren't.
Exactly. Yeah, we can, of course, we can use the contractions. When we speak, the idea is that we use the contractions. But when we are writing, we should prefer the full form. All right? Somebody is asking me, Profe, on Facebook. Profe. Okay, sorry. Wait a second. I'm sorry, I almost finished the class. Okay, my link. I don't know if you're watching the class here on Facebook or whenever you're watching the class, but I cannot speak to you. I just can read. Okay, so tell me. I'm sorry, my link. I think my link may hate me because every time she speaks to me in the middle of the class, I cannot answer. I'm sorry, my link. All right, I like the way Google translates or transcribes my link. It writes my link. Okay, it doesn't matter. So let's go back to the class. Here we have the structure. First, the subject is exactly the same. The subject here and the subject here. Then we have the verb to be, was or were, exactly the same here, was or were, right? And after that, the only different thing here is that we are adding the particle not. Okay, that's the only different thing. What happens with the other structure? What happens with the structure for the other verbs? Okay, here we will find the subject to subject. Okay, I'm just going to write subject here. Okay, short form. Hey Kelly, how are you doing? Subject plus. And here we have a big difference because the verbs, these verbs, run, eat, in the past, of course, they are not individual, they are not independent. They need an auxiliary verb to form the negative and the past, okay? The negative in the past. So here we will have the verb, the auxiliary verb, right? Plus not, plus the main verb, plus the complements. Okay, so this is the same structure: subject, main verb, complements. But now we have this. Now we have an additional. Here we have an additional structure. This structure is did plus not. Okay, or didn't. Sorry. I'm going to write this one more time because it looks really ugly. Wait a second. Okay, D-I-D, right? Did not. Okay, did not. Subject plus did not plus the main verb in infinitive form. That's also important. Infinitive. I'm going to write here infinitive. Infinitive main verb plus the complements. Okay, that's also really important. Hey Mei-Ling, welcome. I'm sorry I couldn't reply to your message on Facebook because I'm streaming, so I couldn't send you a message, yeah, like a voice message. I'm sorry about it. Welcome.
Hi, hello.
I hope you
Don't
don't
worry,
hate
I
me.
forget that you was in classes.
Yeah, I was in class, right? I'm really sorry, yeah, because every time you ask me something, I never reply, and I think that you may hate me.
No, no, don't say that.
All right. Good to have you back.
Thanks.
Go. So here we have the structure for the verb to be in affirmative form. Then we have the sentence structure for the verb to be in negative form. And in front of them, we have the affirmative structure for the rest of the verbs, for every verb, okay, all the verbs here. This is the regular structure for all the verbs in affirmative form. And then we have the structure for, I'm going to draw this. I'm going to draw a line here in the middle, okay? So we know this is something different here and here. This is the structure for sentences in the past tense with any other verb but the verb to be, right? Not the verb to be, any other verb. Run, sleep, write, scream, think, smell, anything, okay? Here we will have the infinitive verb and then the rest of the complements. And what happens with the questions? Okay, let's check the questions. Let me use the color, I don't know, yeah, okay, black color. Here, questions. Here we have a different structure. Okay, here we have to move an element to the front. Okay, the element that we're going to move to the front is the verb to be. So first, when we have a question, we're going to have the auxiliary verb. And this auxiliary verb will be the verb to be. Okay, so here we have was or were, right? Was or were, plus, the subject. This is difficult. Okay, plus the subject, plus complements. Okay, let me write comps. Okay, just that, comp. And then we have the question mark. That's the name, question mark. Okay, so this is the structure for an interrogative sentence in the past tense because it begins with was or were, and this question is a yes-no question, only for a yes-no question. Were you at home, Aaron? Were you in soccer class, Julian? Okay, let me write some questions here. So, let me write some questions to show you the examples. Was Tamara in Santiago today? Was Tamara in Santiago today? Another example. Was Julián in French class this morning? Was Julián in French class this morning? Another question. Was Aaron at the supermarket before the class? Or just let's just say that. Was Aaron at the supermarket? So these questions can be answered or can be replied by using yes or no. Was Tamara in Santiago today? No, she wasn't. Right? No, she wasn't. She was not. She was in Rancagua. Okay, that's the name of the city where she lives. Were you in Rancagua, Tamara? Were you in Rancagua?
Yes, teacher.
All right, she was. Yes, you were. Ojo, pay attention to that. Remember, okay? Pay attention. The verb to be in the past has to agree, okay? Has to agree with the subject. So if I say, were you in Rancagua? Was Tamara in Rancagua? Okay, I'm using was and were because I'm changing the subject. When the subject is you, I say where. Were you in Rancagua? Were you in Rancagua, Tamara? When I say, was Tamara in Rancagua? I'm not talking to Tamara, I'm talking to the whole group, I'm talking to the class. Yeah, the whole class. So I say, was Tamara in class? Sorry, was Tamara in Rancagua today? Was Tamara in Santiago today? I'm talking about third person, alright? So it's important that you pay attention to the subject and you modify the form of the verb to be. Alright? That's very important. I'm not sure if you know this. Do you know this? Let me show you this, okay? Quickly. Remember, okay? Always remember this. We have was and we have where. Alright?
Teacher, I'm sorry. When you draw, I can see the whiteboard. Only say the picture of the partners. And when you write in the computer, I can see the all. Yes.
Can you see the screen now?
Yes. Thank you.
So, I have a question. ¿No estaban viendo nada de lo que le estaba mostrando antes esto?
No, Tamara say you and I don't
No,
know.
teacher.
No.
En serio, yo estaba, perdón que hable español, pero yo estaba explicándoles todo esto y yo pensé que ustedes lo estaban viendo.
No.
No, teacher. I'm sorry.
No, teacher.
¿Vamos a empezar la clase de nuevo?
No, teacher, but with the subtitles, I can see that you say.
Teacher, don't worry, I can see this whiteboard in the last class. No, the last class.
Ok, I'm sorry. Van a tener que verla entonces la clase en YouTube. Lo hice a propósito para que después la vean. No, mentira. Chicos, les voy a repetir esto rápidamente, ¿ok? I'm really sorry about that. Yo pensé que se estaba viendo. De hecho, ni siquiera quedó grabado, entonces si es que ustedes no lo estaban viendo es porque no estaba mostrándose. Ya lo voy a repetir porque yo de verdad juré que lo estaban viendo.
No, teacher, don't worry.
Thank you so much. Gracias, porque me habría dado de verdad mucha pena haberlo visto después en YouTube y haber visto que no se mostró en la pizarra. Entonces, chicos, let me repeat this, okay, one more time. Here we have a comparison of the two structures, one for the verb to be, another for the verb to do, right? Remember, in the past tense, the verb to be looks like this, okay? In the past tense, we have the verb was and were. Both are forms of the verb to be in the past, okay? Is that okay?
Yes,
Okay,
teacher.
teacher.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. Here we have the verb to do. And we have the verb did in the past because this is the form in the past of the verb to do. Alright? Here we have the structure for affirmative sentences using the verb to be. Okay? And here we have the affirmative sentences using the rest of the verbs. All the verbs. All the verbs. Okay? Run, eat, sleep. You can replace this for any verb you want. So, I have examples. Yeah, those are the examples I wrote here. So, the idea is that when I talked about that, I was showing you the examples, right? Ah, well, we don't have examples with the rest of the verbs. So, we can write them here now, okay? We can write the rest of the examples. So, we have the, for example, students. Students watched the class on YouTube. Students watched the class on YouTube. Here we have the subject, students, watched, okay? This is the past tense, watched. Then we have the complements. The class on YouTube. This is what you watched, and this is where you watched it. This, okay, on YouTube. Subject, main verb in the past, and then the complements. Okay? Next, we have the structure here for the verb to be, okay, only for the verb to be in the past tense, but this time this is a negative structure. Subject, okay, the subject goes first in this negative structure. The subject goes first. After that, we have the was or were, right, the verb to be, plus the negative, okay? So this is the negative part of the sentence. Verb to be plus the negative. And after that, we have the complements, right? So here we have the examples. Students, right, the subject, students, were not, yeah, the past, students were not free. Los estudiantes no estaban libres, no tenían tiempo libre, okay? Students were not free. Then another example, Julián was not in salsa lessons, right? Aaron was not at the office. Subject, verb to be in the past, not, complement. Elias, the subject, was not, complement, happy, right?
Yes, teacher. I was not happy. I wasn't happy because I can see the whiteboard.
Exactly. Elias, I want to show you this. I want to make a correction, okay? Here. Couldn't.
Okay.
No es el pasado de can. Could. Could no es el pasado de can. Pero se puede utilizar y se debe utilizar en estos casos. Tú me dices, I wasn't happy because I couldn't see the screen. I couldn't see the whiteboard. Okay? So,
Okay.
the past tense of the verb can is could. Okay?
Okay, teacher.
All right. Now, here we have the negative structure or the structure for negative sentences using the rest of the verbs. Okay? This is only for the verb to be, and here we have for the rest of the verbs. Okay? So, first we have the subject. Next, we have the auxiliary verb plus not. And the auxiliary verb is the verb did. This is very important, okay? This is very important that you understand. The verb to do and the verb to be are auxiliary verbs, and they are also main verbs. Okay? They are auxiliary verbs and main verbs. I will show you an example. I will show you here an example, okay? So you understand the difference between the auxiliary verb and the main verb. What happens if I do Jesse does the dishes, right? Jesse, no quiero ser machista, solo que tú dijiste que había lavado los platos, right? Voy a ocupar este ejemplo. Jesse does the dishes, right? El verbo principal, the main verb of this sentence is the verb to do. Yeah? It's the verb to do in the third person. That means the verb does. Okay? This is the verb does because this is the third person, because we're talking about Jessie, and Jessie is she, third person. Jessie does the dishes. Okay? Now, what if I turn this into past tense? Jessie did the dishes. Right? Jessie did the dishes. This is in the past tense. And the main verb is the verb do. Okay? The verb do in the past. So that's the verb did. Jessie did the dishes. What happens if I turn this into a negative sentence? Jessie didn't do the dishes. Jessie didn't do the dishes. In this case, we have a very special case, okay? We have a very special event or whatever you want to call it. Jessie didn't do the dishes. We have the verb to do as a main verb, and we have the verb to do as an auxiliary verb. ¿Ok? En este caso, el verbo do está cumpliendo ambas funciones. Está cumpliendo la función de verbo principal y además está cumpliendo la función de verbo auxiliar, que me permite negar el verbo principal. ¿Ok? Recuerden, el verbo to do, esto quizás es un poco complejo porque cuando uno lo explica, usa el verbo to do como un verbo comodín, como un verbo que aplica a todos los verbos. Por eso yo les estoy diciendo, tenemos la estructura para el verbo to be y la estructura para el verbo to do, que representa a todos los demás verbos. ¿Ok? Ahí estamos hablando del verbo to do como un verbo principal. Como un verbo, por ejemplo, do the math, ¿ya? Sacar cálculos. O do the dishes, lavar los platos. O do your homework, hacer las tareas, do homework. Or do exercise, hacer ejercicio, right? El verbo do significa hacer. El verbo do como un verbo principal es el verbo hacer. Pero el verbo do también es un verbo auxiliar que no tiene traducción cuando funciona como auxiliar y me permite negar y me permite hacer preguntas. ¿Ok? Recuerden que el verbo do va a aplicar ya sea do, does o did en pasado. ¿Ok? Sorry. Me emocioné. Ok. Entonces, si se pueden dar cuenta, en esta oración el verbo do es el verbo principal. Estamos siguiendo la estructura que les presenté anteriormente. Tenemos un verbo auxiliar, que es el verbo did, el verbo do en pasado, ¿cierto? Acompañado de not. Y además el verbo principal, que es do, porque es el verbo para lavar los platos, do the dishes, en infinitivo. Si vamos a la estructura, es lo mismo que tengo acá.
I have a question.
Go ahead. Ask your question.
Is Jessie didn't does or didn't do?
Didn't do. Very good question.
Why?
Very good
Why?
question. Remember, this verb goes in infinitive form. Okay, this is in the infinitive form. All right? If this is the infinitive form, the infinitive is not in third person, does not go in ing form or ed form. Recuerda, Elías, que cuando hablamos de infinitivo, estamos hablando de la forma base del verbo. Por ejemplo, la forma base del verbo go es go, no goes. La forma base del verbo to do es do, no does. La forma base del verbo, por ejemplo, ¿qué puede ser? Sleep es sleep, ¿ok? No slept. Slept es el pasado del verbo sleep. Entonces, el infinitivo va a ir siempre en la forma base. Ese es el infinitivo, la forma base, como yo lo encuentro, sin conjugar, sin tercera persona, sin ing, sin ed de pasado, ni cualquier otra forma que pudiera tomar el verbo. La forma base del verbo to be no es was, no es were, no es am, no es is, no es are. La forma base del verbo to be es be. Así es simple, be. La forma base del verbo to do es do. ¿Ok?
Yes, teacher. I'm sorry. I remember that you say in the last class the same. Thank you for the explication.
The explanation. Very good, Tamara. Yeah, the explanation. Is that clear?
Yes, teacher. Very clear.
Okay, very good.
Yes, teacher.
Awesome. Okay, guys. So let me go back to the whiteboard. This is the structure. Esta estructura nos puede causar un poco de problema, okay? May cause a little trouble because we need this auxiliary and this negative particle to transform this verb into a negative form, okay? Esa es la diferencia entre el verbo to be y el resto de los verbos. El verbo to be es independiente. El verbo to be actúa como su propio auxiliar. El verbo to be no necesita del verbo do, como did en pasado, ¿cierto? No lo necesita para formar la negación. El verbo to be se niega a sí mismo. Esa es la gran característica del verbo to be. Yo voy a decir wasn't or weren't y ya estoy negando en pasado. En cambio, el resto de los verbos necesitan el auxiliar did con la partícula not para que se transformen a pasado y además en negativo. Pero recuerden, este verbo va en infinitivo, no tiene tiempo, no va en pasado, no va como does ni como do, perdón, sí, va a ir como do, si es que fuera el verbo do. Pero siempre tiene que ir en la forma base, ¿ok? Y el que va a llevar el pasado es el verbo auxiliar, el did es el verbo que va a estar en pasado. Este verbo indica que esta oración está en pasado, ¿ok? Y esto indica que la oración es negativa. Y ahí es donde vamos a tener oraciones, por ejemplo, como esta. Jessie didn't do the dishes. Julián didn't go to the school. Julián didn't go to school. Vamos a quitar el the. Julián didn't go, ¿cierto? Didn't go. Y no didn't goes, no didn't went, right? Didn't go. Voy a cambiar una cosa aquí para que puedan ver bien.
Teacher, a question. Now I can see the whiteboard
Better. Now you can see the notepad. Yes, I know. Tamara didn't visit Santiago, right? Aaron didn't go to the liquor store. He went to the supermarket, not the liquor store. I'm not sure if liquor is written like this. Is it? The liquor store, do you know the liquor store? La botillería. ¿La conocen? Me imagino que Julián no conoce la botillería.
Yes.
Aaron conoce, do you know the liquor store?
Yes, teacher.
All right. Very good.
Every weekend I go.
I love
teacher,
Tecate beer.
I don't know. No,
Yes,
I
it's
don't.
fine.
I don't need this or that word. De botillería, esa palabra.
Ah, mira qué bueno lo que me acabas de decir, Tamara, porque justo es un buen ejemplo para decir yo no sabía. ¿Cómo digo yo no sabía?
I didn't know.
I didn't know.
I didn't know. Ok, aquí tenemos un buen ejemplo. El verbo know está en infinitivo, en la forma base, ¿cierto? Y
I was wrong to say.
exactly, te confundiste. You were not wrong. Yeah, you were not
Yes.
wrong. You were not wrong. You were just confused. Okay? I didn't
Profe.
know. Yeah, go ahead. Who has a question?
¿No sería I didn't know it? ¿No lo sabía?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, exactly. You can add it. I didn't know that, or I didn't know it, or I didn't know this. You can add
Okay.
that. Yeah, perfect. Very good. I didn't know it. Very good. Podemos agregar algo más, porque el verbo saber, el verbo know, muchas veces acepta un objeto directo. ¿Qué es lo que no sabías? ¿O qué es lo que sí sabías? Por ejemplo, si yo dijera, lo sabía, tendría que decir, I knew it. I knew it. Right? En este caso, es difícil decir I knew. I knew. Solo I knew. Ojo, este verbo knew se pronuncia exactamente igual que... Sorry. This verb, knew, is pronounced exactly the same as the word new. Something new. Alright?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, teacher.
The pronunciation is exactly the same. The past tense of the verb know.
You
Okay. I love this word. How do you pronounce that word? How do you pronounce this word? The noun of the verb know? When you know something. How do you pronounce this?
Knowledge?
Very good. Who pronounced that?
Knowledge in Spanish is conocimiento.
Exactly, conocimiento. No sé quién lo pronunció, pero lo pronunció súper bien. Knowledge. Okay?
Maylin.
Very good, Mylene.
¿La qué?
Knowledge. All right. Knowledge. And then you have another word. The word down here. How do you pronounce that?
Knowledge able?
Mm-mm. How do you pronounce it, Tamara? How do you pronounce it, Jessie?
I
Knowledgeable.
can't see the
Jessie,
pronunciation.
one more time.
Knowledgeable.
Very good. Awesome. I love the pronunciation. Knowledgeable. Yeah? Knowledgeable.
Thank you.
That's the pronunciation of this. Knowledgeable. Okay? Knowledgeable is when you know something. Okay? Somebody who knows a lot. Somebody who knows something is a knowledgeable person. This is an adjective. Knowledgeable. Okay? Here you have the pronunciation. Knowledgeable. Yeah? This is an adjective possessing or showing knowledge. Okay? When you know something, that's your adjective. For example, a knowledgeable teacher, a knowledgeable student, a knowledgeable participant, whatever. Yeah? Somebody who knows. Very good. Okay, now let me go back to the whiteboard. Sorry about that. Okay, here. Can you see the whiteboard now?
Yes, sure.
Okay, let's finish with this, okay? Because I don't want it to stay like that. So, interrogative sentences, we begin with the verb to be, then we have the subject after the verb to be, and then we have the complements. Were you in class? Were you in Santiago? Was Tamara busy? Was Elias happy? Was Julian in French class? Was I playing games? Was I tired? Okay, all these questions are in the past using the verb to be, and we have this change. Okay, the verb to be moves to the front and the subject goes after the verb to be. First the verb to be and then the subject. Okay, I'm going to write this here. Sorry, I'm going to draw an arrow here and here. Okay, so there is a movement. Hay un movimiento. There is a movement of the verb to be to the front and the subject next. Okay, and after that we add the complements. What happens with the other structure for the rest of the verbs? What happens with the... I don't like to say the rest of the verbs. Deberíamos estar diciendo todos los verbos y el verbo to be, ¿cierto? All the verbs and the verb to be. This is the exception. The verb to be is the exception. So here, a question is, first, the auxiliary verb did, yeah, first the auxiliary verb did, plus the subject, did you, did she, did I, did we. Okay, first the verb did, after that the subject. After that we add the main verb in infinitive form. Okay, exactly the same. Main verb, infinitive form or base form. And after that we add all the complements. Okay, and we finish with the question mark. So, did you know that? Did you know that? Did she make a mistake? Did she make a mistake? Did Julian attend soccer lessons? Did Julian attend soccer lessons? Did the teacher work today? Did Elias feel happy? Did Elias feel happy? Ojo, podemos hacer prácticamente la misma oración utilizando estas dos estructuras cuando hablamos acerca de sentirse de una forma. ¿Por qué? Porque el verbo to be indica cómo uno estaba, y acá si yo digo el verbo feel, podría perfectamente decir cómo me sentía. No es lo mismo, ¿te acuerdas, Elías, que lo conversamos en la clase pasada? Si era lo mismo decir I was happy or I felt happy. No es lo mismo decir I was happy and I felt happy. ¿Ok? El verbo to be es un verbo de estado, un verbo que indica algo más permanente. En cambio, feel, si utilizáramos el verbo feel, estaríamos hablando de algo más temporal. ¿Ok? Entonces yo podría decir, Elias was happy, or Elias felt happy, right? I can also say Elias was not tired, or Elias did not feel tired, ¿ok? Tengo dos oraciones utilizando diferentes verbos principales, el verbo was o el verbo feel. La negación es diferente. Recuerden que el verbo to be se niega a sí mismo, was not, y punto. En cambio, el verbo feel necesita un auxiliar que lo niegue. Y en este caso, el auxiliar did not me está haciendo el pasado y el negativo, y me está explicando que él no se sentía cansado. ¿Ok? Yo sé que es un poco más complicado utilizar la estructura de abajo, pero esa es la estructura más común. Esa es la regla. La de arriba solamente sirve para el verbo to be, porque el verbo to be se puede negar a sí mismo. ¿Ok? Recuerden también que estas dos estructuras, this structure and this structure, are for yes-no questions. Podemos solo responder preguntas con yes y no. Si yo hiciera una pregunta ahora, por ejemplo, was Jesse ¿qué podría preguntar de ti, Jesse? Me complica hacer preguntas simples porque necesito agregar alguna otra estructura. Estaba durmiendo, estaba leyendo, estaba, no sé. Vamos a colocar un lugar, ¿ok? Was Jesse...
Eso está pasado, o sea, lo que quería decir es como pasado perfecto.
Pasado, claro, pasado continuo, pasado perfecto, ya son estructuras...
Perdón, pasado continuo.
Pasado continuo, exacto. Pasado continuo.
Forma.
Pero son estructuras más complejas. Entonces cuando uno ya va aprendiendo más inglés, después le cuesta volver un poco a las estructuras más simples. ¿Okay? Así que voy a tratar de agregar solo complementos más generales, de lugar, de modo, ¿ya? También podría preguntar, was Jessie with her sons or children, with her children, right? Was Jessie with her children? ¿Estaba con sus hijos? Esa es la pregunta, ¿se dan cuenta? Y esta pregunta se responde solo con sí y no. Was Jessie at the office? Was Jessie with her children? Yes or no. Pero también tengo otras preguntas. Por ejemplo, voy a hacer una pregunta con did. Voy a decir, did my Lynn attend the whole class? ¿Asistió a toda la clase? No, right? Esta pregunta está relacionada con el verbo asistir. Por lo tanto, necesito hacerla con un verbo auxiliar. The auxiliary verb did. Y está al principio, tal como se lo expliqué, did my Lynn attend, la forma base del verbo asistir, attend, y después el resto de los verbos. Perdón, el resto de la oración, los complementos. ¿Okay? The whole class, la clase completa. Otra pregunta. Did... A ver, ¿a quién más tenemos acá en esta clase? Tenemos a Edith. Había una chica más que se retiró al parecer. Vamos a utilizar a Edith. Did Edith participate in this class? ¿Participó en esta clase? Did Edith participate in this class? Yes or no? Yes or no? No, she didn't participate, okay? She only wrote using the chat room. Yes, okay, she participated. Alright. ¿Qué pasa si ahora yo quiero hacer una pregunta, pero esta pregunta la necesito hacer con información? Ahora yo quiero pedir información, no quiero preguntar sí o no. Vamos a agregar al comienzo un WH, ¿ok? Al comienzo, siempre van a ir al comienzo de la oración interrogativa, ¿ok? Cuando necesitemos preguntar what, where, when, how, why, ¿ok? Vamos a agregar este WH o question word al comienzo de esta estructura. Siempre va a ir antes del auxiliary verb, ya sea el auxiliary verb did o el auxiliary verb was or were, ¿ok? Siempre va a ir al comienzo de esta oración. Voy a borrar el signo de interrogación acá para aprovechar este espacio mejor y lo voy a colocar al comienzo, ¿ok? Porque no quiero que se confundan ustedes con esto. Voy a borrar esto acá también y lo voy a volver. I'm going to write this one more time. I always end up the class speaking Spanish. I'm sorry about that. First WH and then first the WH, okay? So, if you have a question like, where did you go this morning? Where did you go this morning? Aaron, where did you go this morning? Aaron, sorry. Or what did you do today, Tamara? Or who did you go with? Who did you go to the supermarket with? ¿Con quién fuiste al supermercado? Who did you go to the supermarket with? Esta estructura es un poco más compleja. Tiene la preposición al final. Recuerden que no estamos acostumbrados a tener la preposición al final en inglés. O sea, en español. Si yo hiciera esta pregunta en español diría, ¿quién fuiste tú al supermercado con? ¿Quién fuiste tú al supermercado con? Right? Así se traduciría. No lo traduzcan en español porque suena muy mal. ¿Ok? Entonces, who did you go to the supermarket with? Another question. What did you learn in soccer class today? What did you learn in soccer class today? Estas preguntas para mí son mucho más naturales, son mucho más simples de hacer. Ya pareciera que mientras más elementos tienen, más simple se hace cuando uno ya va avanzando. Es como conducir, es más fácil conducir rápido que conducir lento. What did you learn in class today? Y allí tenemos la estructura que estamos viendo abajo. What, ¿cierto? Primero el WH, en este caso what. Después vamos a tener el auxiliar did, right? Después tenemos el sujeto, subject. Aquí podríamos cambiarlo. En vez de you, podría decir Julián. Y no tengo que cambiar nada más en la oración. What did Julián learn in soccer class today? Porque recuerden que en pasado el verbo va a ser siempre el mismo. El auxiliar es did y el verbo va en infinitivo. No cambia, no le agrego s, no hay que hacer ninguna modificación. Así que yo puedo cambiar perfectamente el sujeto y no tengo que preocuparme de cambiar nada más. Puedo ser I. What did I learn in soccer class today? ¿Qué aprendí yo en clase de fútbol hoy? Nada, porque no fui a clase de fútbol. ¿Qué aprendió Julián? What did Julián learn in soccer class today? A lot. What did Tamara learn in soccer class today? Podemos perfectamente cambiar el sujeto y no nos va a afectar en nada. Okay? What did we learn in soccer class today? Okay? Y tenemos el verbo learn en la forma del infinitivo. Y después de eso tenemos el resto de la oración que es in soccer class, ¿cierto? Un complemento de lugar, ¿dónde? Y luego el today, que es otro complemento pero de tiempo. Chicos, chicas, nos extendimos bastante hoy. Y I think the class should be over a long time ago. Yeah, but I wanted to explain this today because I don't want to keep on talking about this the rest of the lessons. Okay, next lesson I would like to talk about this. I would like to practice this. Yeah, I would like to continue and I would like to check the conversations in the past. I would like to practice also the pronunciation of the questions in the past. I would like to listen to these conversations, right? I would like to learn what these people talk about their past. Yeah, when they talk about the past, then they use the forms in the past and also questions in the past. So I don't want to extend the verb structure class anymore. All right? Is there any question? Do you have any query for me? Is there any anything that you would like to make clear?
It was very teacher, thank you.
Excuse me, teacher.
Tamara, go ahead.
Excuse me. In the last classes, are you? No. Were you? No, tampoco. Ay, no sé cómo decirlo. Bueno, ok.
Think about it.
Did you do I did you do to mention the regular verbs in the past?
No. ¿Te costó?
Yes.
¿Te costó? Did you mention did you mention irregular verbs in the past? No, I haven't mentioned irregular verbs in the past yet.
Okay.
Not yet, okay?
Sorry for my...
Don't worry, that's a very good question. ¿Y sabes por qué es una buena pregunta? Porque dijiste algo que me encantó escuchar y que quiero que nadie más lo diga. Chicos, recuerden, el verbo va en la forma base. Oye, recuerden que el verbo va en la forma base, no agreguen el to. Tamara recién dijo algo de to mention, right? Did you to mention? No, not to mention. Solamente mention. Did you mention?
Okay.
Okay? Porque si no aquí yo le podría agregar el to y sería como who did you to go? No. Simplemente who did you go? Did you mention? Okay?
Okay.
Okay, very good. Chicos, chicas, thanks a lot, girls and guys, for watching the class. Thank you for participating and thank you for your questions because that's how we can make everything clear in the class. And that's, I think those are the typical questions and those are everybody's questions, okay? So thank you for asking those questions in the class and I hope that I answered your questions. And I'm going to upload the class tomorrow, close to the midday, okay, or in the afternoon maybe, because I have a lot of things to do at work, and I hope this class helps every student who is trying to learn about the past tense, because in this class I gave you the comparison between the structures of the verb to be and the rest of the verbs in the past for the affirmative, negative, and interrogative sentences, all right?
Okay, teacher.
Okay, thank you everybody. I'm a little tired. I need to eat. I need to sleep.
Thank you, teacher.
Mylene, go ahead.
Thank you,
Teacher,
teacher. Nice to see you.
Teacher, see you the next week.
See you next week.
In Monday in the
Basic English class. Very good.
Thank you very much for the correction for my words, expressions.
Okay. The expressions. Don't worry. Yeah, don't worry. Don't ask for forgiveness because you're not making a mistake, okay? That's something that every student does. Mylene, did you want to say something?
Yes, I would like to ask something because tomorrow I have a test, at least like an interview.
Okay.
And if someone want to practice with me, I feel so appreciated because I don't have a partner when we practice and I need too much.
All right. So
and can I put my number or my WhatsApp? I don't know.
sure, Mylene, let's do something. Write on the Facebook group. Write a message.
I am. Estoy bloqueada en Facebook.
Are you?
Oh. Yes.
Are you blocked on Facebook or on my group?
on Facebook. On all Facebook.
Really?
Why?
Yes.
Why? Maybe why?
Because some Crystal people denounce my Facebook.
All right. Okay, you were canceled. So, Mylene, I'm going to write a message on the Facebook group if somebody wants to practice with you. And
Okay, thank you.
I will. Do you use any other platform, or would you like me to share your email or whatever? I don't know. Let's do whatever you
my
want.
email or my WhatsApp phone.
Okay, I think I have your email. Okay, because every time you fill in the form to enter the class, you write your email, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to use the same email, and if somebody wants to practice, or maybe somebody here, Tamara, maybe you want to practice, or anybody here. Okay?
I need to practice speaking, only speaking.
What time?
Whatever.
Maybe
in the morning?
you speak in English very well. I
need to practice more.
All right.
I would
Okay,
like,
girls.
I would like to practice with you in English.
Thank you.
All right, so I will post the message on the Facebook group, and then if you want to practice with Mylene, you can talk to her and make the agreements and everything, okay? All the arrangements.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you, everybody. Thank you, Julian, for watching the class.
Bye.
Aaron, Jesse, Edith, Elias, Tamara,
Thank you,
and
Aaron.
Mylene for participating. And I hope we see each other next week, all right?
Thank you,
Bye.
teacher.
Thank you,
Thank you, guys.
Bye, everybody.
I'm sorry. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Take care.